Alright, we got Thrunite's TC3 or TC15 at V3 in front of me here. I've had this light for a little while. Took it to work a couple times to show people, and now I got other guys wanting it. This is a typical Thrunite with your side clicky and stuff like that. What I want to do is go outside right away, show you the beam shots of it, but be prepared for 2413 lumens. Quite intense. Yeah, the runtime on the turbo modes, not forever, but it is over 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, actually, 2.5 minutes. And high alone, 1050 lumens. Says that runs for 1 minute, 1.6 minutes, a little over a minute and a half. But I have not had it really drop down. So let's tell you what, get outside, do some shining, and then we'll come back in and talk about it. Alright, tried something new. This is my house we're looking at. I'm about 60 meters down the road. I'm taking this Thurnite and putting it on turbo right away. It's blindingly bright. The house is probably 70 meters back. That's the turbo mode. Of course, that's going to drop down after a minute or so. So what we want to do is go to the lowest mode. Well, not the lowest, it ain't Firefly, but at 60 meters, it's picking that white vehicle up. Let me point the camera down just a smidgen. You can see there, 60 meters, hitting that forward edge. And the medium mode, you're going to get more than ample enough light out to 80 meters with this medium mode. And it's a pretty wide swath, as you can see there. And then high, I do believe drops down after a little while, but it's more than enough to, you can almost shine deer with this thing. We're going to go out a little farther, and then that's turbo. Thing's bright. Let's keep it on high. That tree is way too close for high, about 50 feet. That tree there is another 60 meters. Give you a good indication of how wide we are. And like I said, that's the highest mode. Or not the highest mode, that's not turbo. Now we'll move down to these trees that are probably between 90 and 100 meters. And the highest mode's doing quite well on them. Not shutting it off. And I want to see out here, there's a tree about 150 meters back, and it's hitting that pretty good. Real good, actually. Just on a high mode. In these pines, talking 100 meters and then back up closer range, but we're not worrying about closer range. We're going to focus on this area here, and I'm going to go into turbo. And keep in mind, I've had on high for probably a good close to a minute. That's turbo. Holy moly. I'd walk down and shine it back, but that's kind of senseless. You can see just how bright this thing is. There's deer out in that field, which I don't think there are because I scared them all. You'd be seeing them. The thing gives off a lot of beautiful light for such a small flashlight. And we're going to go closer range down to the low mode, about 45-50 feet up. Put it into medium. No strobe, sorry. Turbo washes it out. I got my camera set at manual for everything. That's high. Droning the yard lights right out. Turbo. The end of that camper way down there, probably about 130-40 meters back to that tree line, that little apple tree. I'm impressed. Very impressed with this flashlight. You know, I haven't seen it really drop down yet. You hit that back there. It's almost bouncing at 200 meter, the hill up there. I still got turbo on. It hasn't dropped down yet. Flashlight's warmed to the touch. At least I don't think it has. Yeah, it's still turbo. She ain't dropping down. That's high. Impressive flashlight. Very impressed with this Thurnite. Let's get in and talk about it. Alright, that was the beam shots of it. And like I said, that turbo mode lights everything up, a nice wide swath. And you are talking 223 meters of pure throw out of that little 1-inch tube flashlight. And as far as the turbo, it's 2403 lumens, so that's off 10. But like I said, it does drop down. High does drop down, but it doesn't take that long for it to come back on. And it is running a Cree XHP 35.2 emitter in it. It's got Thrunite's battery, which I've taken them out numerous times. I suppose I better do it every review I do. Show people that 3100 milliamp, 11.16 watt hours. I really love the batteries they supply. Very high quality. Build quality on a Thurnite, not going to get into that because it's the typical awesome build quality. USB-C charging. Typicals, Thrunite's typical UI. Blue light rolling. You long press it. It cycles through low, medium, and high. I don't know what that was. Never seen that before. Low, medium, and high. Double click into turbo. You have it off. You long press it. You go into their moonlight mode. Battery life just on, where am I at? On medium. 330 lumens for 4.6 hours. This is enough for the daily use, easy. These flashlights slide right in your pocket, although you do get a decent pouch with it. Actually, quite a decent pouch. USB-C charging port. Thrunite's lanyard, and then a belt clip. What I'll do is provide the link down below for this flashlight, in case you're wanting to look at it. But I would recommend, if you really want it, or if you need a decent, good-looking flashlight, this would be the guy to get. Pretty well priced, too. There you go, Thrunite TC15 V3. Check it out. Till next time.